Hello fish keepers, this is the story and the journey of the little pea puffer that could. We bought in some pea puffers from wholesale not long ago, a small bag because that's all the supply I had. Unfortunately one of them came in very malnutritious, really small and hadn't had a lot of food in it. We noticed this very quickly. Part of our quarantine process is obviously to hold the fish back for a couple of weeks, make sure everything's eating, make sure everything's healthy before we sell them. However, with this little fella, we've decided to keep it, nurse it back to full health, and do a display tank for it in our shop. We had a wee vote on one of our social media pages, the Aquarium Frenzy page, about what to name this guy. He is now officially named Mr Pea-Body, so come with us and enjoy the journey of Mr Pea-Body, the dwarf pea puffer. So here he is, our little pea puffer. As you can see there, he is a lot more emancipated, there we go, than the other two. First of all, we tried him on some white worms, but Mr Pea-Body just didn't want a bar of it. He's clearly looking at them, but he's not really overly interested in them. Next on the menu for us to try with Mr Pea-Body was some small little maggots. Interested in them, intrigued in it, but I don't think was overly keen on trying it, unfortunately. But showed more promise with the little maggots than he did with the white worms. Next option was to prep up some vinegar eels. These won't be ready until the next day, but it's a start. We've got to get him eating. That's the first priority right now. I found a little container of mucky water around at home. The swamp water contained all sorts of goodies. There was some bloodworms, some mosquito larvae type stuff, some daphnia and that sort of thing. And Mr Pea-Body was way keener on that. So are all the other pea puffers by the look of it. So ticked off the first goal. We've got him eating. I'm happy with that. He ate quite solidly for a good half an hour or so on this mucky swamp water. I'm very happy to see him consuming something. That is absolutely the first thing we need to tick off the list. Get him eating, get him consuming, try and get him nice and plumped up. So I've got a decent supply of this mucky swamp water. What I've got an even better supply of is brine shrimp. We catch brine shrimp every day, so it's basically an unlimited food source as long as we can get him eating it. So we put a decent value of brine shrimp into the aquarium. First thought, I think he was just a little bit shocked by it. And then he started sort of looking around. I didn't physically see him eating any, but he was definitely looking around on it, actively hunting it. But like I said, I didn't see him getting any at all. I'm hoping that they're not like chickens and they're going to pick on the absolute weakest one, because he clearly is. So I'll definitely keep an eye on the aggression in the tank between the 5 of them at the moment. So we'll go to play in a couple months' time. He is nice and healthy. All of them are nice and plump, really good to go. And then we've got to find a spot for a display tank in the shop. That, I think, is going to be the hardest thing currently, as I don't know where we're going to put one. So there is a couple of options for places. Let's have a thought and have a wee think about it. We could potentially get a wee cube type tank, put it beside the counter, remove the bargain bin, put it here. That is one option that I currently have. Where I'd put the bargain bin, I don't currently know. There is another empty wall behind here beside the diamond tetra tank. The problem is if I put it here is it's kind of behind the till ridged area, which I don't really want to do so much, but I'm kind of already doing that with the diamond tetra tank there as well, so possibly there. It's got power right beside it, which is cool. Should be enough of a walkway to get in through there as well if it's thin enough, so there's another option there. Depending on the size and the shape of the aquarium, we could put one in beside BMW, right about there. Would just depend on the size and the shape to how we'd make that work. It might also make it a little bit awkward for having to trim some of the plants in here. It might be usable, it might not be, but there's another option, is this spot in through here. And the only other option I possibly have is if I can find a place for like a bagging area. We could put it at a wee display tank in this corner here beside the bedders, and there's another display tank that's being worked on, going to sit there. So there are the 4 options. I don't really have any other places that I can put in the aquariums, and it'll obviously depend on what size aquarium I could find to go for them. There we go, the beginning of the story of Mr. Pea-Body. I hope you stick around for this journey and you watch him get to nice and full health, nice and plump, and live a full and happy pea puffery life in a display tank within the shop. If you've enjoyed this journey or enjoyed this video or want to get amongst it, please don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share it, and all that other good stuff. Other than that, have a good one, happy fish keeping, and catch you all later.